Hello everyone, I'm back with another video. Today I feel like discussing the topic about baby mamas. And before I get into it, I would just like to point out that this video is not directed towards all baby mamas. There's a lot of mothers in the world that are taking the role of mother and father, are doing a hell of a job taking care of their children, and I applaud you ladies that do that. I even applaud you single mothers that still may have to call on the daddy every now and again, but you don't really need him, still doing your thing, taking care of your kids. I applaud you. I really do. 100% do your thing, moms, and happy early Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. But for you baby mamas that are the ones that are trying to use child support, that don't even go toward the child when you do get that money, also using the child to hold as leverage for the baby daddy to see him or not see him or be with him or get things from him. That's not what you do. That's not what the child is for, especially if you have a baby's father that actually loves their child and wants to be in their child's life and do everything that they can for their child, and you still want to be a petty bitch. Like, what they do that at? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, even if you still just may have feelings for this man, and that may cause you to act like a jealous woman, because I'm a woman too. I understand we can be crazy about some things sometimes, but when there is a child involved, you need to think twice, because like nothing no longer matters about you. Nothing no longer really matters about his ass either. It matters about the child, because you two laid down to have this child, and now you're not together. That doesn't mean it stops not taking care of this child. You still both have to take care of this child, and even if he's not doing his part, be the mother that you are supposed to be to still take care of your child, whether or not he's not doing shit. I mean, I ain't got no kids. I really can't say how hard it may be to do that alone, but I do know I ain't gonna ask you for shit if you ain't gonna come and help me. I mean, you laid down with me. I popped out a child, so this child needs to be taken care of. So I'm not gonna come to you telling you what you already know that you need to do. Okay, that's just not me. I'm not that type. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting to have a child, because when I do have a child, I don't want to be in that type of situation, because I would never be that type of female to hold it over a man's head what they need to do for their child or keep their child away from them. That's another thing, mothers. You're not hurting. Yes, you may be hurting him because he wants to see his child and you're keeping the child away from them. That's another thing you don't do. You don't keep a child away from their parent, and vice versa. If the father has the child, you don't keep them away from their mother. But this is for you mothers right now. Don't keep the child away from their father. You're not hurting anyone but the child. A child needs their parents in their life. It needs their father in their life. Don't keep them away from them just because you being petty because he may like this other bitch. Like, who gives a crap? Who cares? You're not living for him. And then y'all not together anymore. And then, especially if it's the reasoning you are the one that caused y'all not to even be together anymore. And then, like, when you had the chance to be with him, when he still wanted you, you didn't want him. And now that he's moved on in his life, you're acting like you want him back now, and like he shouldn't have never moved on, and now this bitch that he's with is a bitch. Like, okay. You did it. You did it. Y'all could have been together. You could have been a happy family. You could have still been with him raising your child. But things happen that's not going to work out right now this time. So do what you got to do as a mother to be strong for your child. I mean, like, don't be petty. Don't be petty. Teach them as what they're supposed to do and the way that they should be and act as a human being in life. And acting like that is not, they're gonna remember that. They may remember that, depending on however old they are. They're going to remember how their mother acts, or that their mother kept them away from daddy, or they were always yelling and fussing and cussing, or I spent weekends at daddy's house and during the week at mom's house. They're going to remember things like that. So just in case, if they do have to split up the time spending with y'all, don't make it be a fight. Don't make it be problems every time they have to go to the next parent, or when you're dropping them off or picking them up, and it's an argument every time because you can't stand their daddy. Like, be grown up, grow up, be an adult about situations. Like, you can conversate, you can talk, and you can come to a conclusion and get down to the bottom of everything, and it'll be fine. I mean, because y'all are gonna be in each other's lives for the rest of your life because you have a child together. You have a child together, and that's not gonna change anything. So get with it and act right.